say, why are free markets so good and so successful? They'll say, well, it's an invisible hand, which is really not an accurate reflection of Adam Smith's view. Or they'll say even worse, well, communism is a noble ideal, but unfortunately man is not good enough to put it into practice. No, communism is a horrible ideal and man is way too good for it. Capitalism is a noble ideal. Now, why is capitalism a noble ideal? Why does it lead to all of these amazing things? Well, the fundamental answer given by Ayn Rand in Atlas Shrugged, which is really the most profound work I think ever on capitalism, is that it liberates the most powerful, most positive, benevolent force on earth. And that is the individual's thinking, rational mind. Keeps it free from the government. Think about everything you have in your life. From our ability to plant grass here, to grow palm trees, to split the atom, to build nuclear power plants, to harness oil into energy when it used to be just black glop, your ability to form a good relationship in your life, all of that comes from thinking. And when individual rights were respected, when individuals had freedom of action across the board, that meant that individuals were able to act on their best thinking about how to create wealth, how to deal with others better, how to make their lives better. And the results were spectacular. And it wasn't just in the 19th century. We only have everything we have today, all the amazing things today, from the 20th century to the 21st century, to the extent that we are free to think. For instance, where did we get all the software market and the internet? It was not Al Gore, that's for sure. It was the extent to which Al Gore was kept out of Bill Gates' garage. So, what a free market does, what limited government does, is it liberates the individuals to come up with the best possible economic ideas on their own and in cooperation with others, and it leaves them free to pay for the bad economic ideas of others. So let's say, let's take something like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. On a free market, we don't have to worry about those. We don't have to worry about these banks that are so-called too big to fail, because we don't have to pay their bills. We wouldn't have to worry about Ben Bernanke because we could choose to be on a gold standard. The problem is that we are not allowed to be free from the bad economic ideas of others. We should be free to choose our own currency and our own healthcare dealings. And if all these rich people who say that we're so stupid for not supporting socialized medicine, if they want to go start a socialized medicine commune on their own and get George Soros and Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert and Barack Obama and Paul Krugman, if all these guys want to start a healthcare commune, they're more than welcome to. Go do it. Just don't force us into it. And if anyone wants to be on a Bernanke standard, go ask him to print go give him a printer. But I want to be on a gold standard, and that's how I would choose to be if I were free. So, what a free market does is it liberates the individual's human mind, and it encourages responsibility by making people accept the consequences of their own actions. So when people in the 19th century, when they started communes and they thought it was a really good idea, when it bombed, no one else had to pay for it, and they learned a good lesson. So right now, we need the liberation of the best minds in America, and we need to be free from the mistakes of the worst minds in America. We need to stop paying everyone else's bills. We need to stop rewarding individual irresponsibility. And if I could put the policy that I think we should be for, the way we should think about it, in one sentence, I would say we should be in favor. Well, let me qualify this. Just as we recognize that to have a free press, we need the state out of the press. We need a separation of state and press. So we recognize that to have religious freedom and spiritual freedom, we need the government getting out of our religious and spiritual lives. So to have economic freedom, we need a separation of economics and state. And if we have that, then both culturally and economically, we can get back the America that we know and love, and we can get it back. With all the amazing knowledge we have today, we can have a liberated healthcare industry with 21st century technology, a liberated computer industry with 21st century technology. The possibilities are just astounding. So separation of economic and state, that's, I believe, what we should stand for. And to make one final note, I want to caution you against what I think is a really destructive idea. And that's, whenever I say something like this to people, they say, well, yeah, but I hear what you're saying, but maybe the government should just intervene sometimes. Just be moderate when it's in the common good. Well, I've got news for you. Every single intervention from FDR to Barack Obama was labeled as a moderate move that's just necessary for the common good. Now, the thing that we need to understand is that there's no such thing as the common good apart from the good of all individuals. And the good of all individuals, our founders recognized, is individual freedom and individual rights. So, I'm with Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry did not say, give me a little government rollback in spending or give me debt. He did not say, give me Fannie Mae but get rid of Freddie Mac or give me debt. He did not say, okay, I want a little bit of freedom and energy, but I still want cap and trade or give me debt. No. He said, give me liberty. Period. And so should we.